Hello, Lab Rats. Today we are reviewing Mad Rat Dead, a game that comes to us from developer Nippon Ichi Software Inc. and publisher NIS America. I played this game on the PlayStation 4. It is also going to be released on the Switch, and there will be physical copies available of this game. The game is priced at $39.99 and will be released on October 30th of 2020. Mad Rat Dead is a rhythm and platforming hybrid game where you play as a lab rat that has been killed. He is brought back to life by the rat god to fulfill his one wish, which is to get revenge on the scientists that killed him. He is only given 1 day to do this, however, before he returns back to the dead. The Mad Rat's only companion in this game is his heart, who tries to guide him in the right direction. Perhaps seeking revenge isn't the best way to spend your last day on Earth. So with that set up, off you head into the world of Mad Rat Dead, where you have to stay in tune with the crazily infectious soundtrack in order to move your character effectively. Your 4 options for movement are jump, dash, attack, and dance. You have to stay in tune with the character's heartbeat, and the more in tune you are with the heartbeat, the faster and farther your character will move. In each level, there is a timer counting down, and if the timer gets to 0, you are out of time and back to the dead you go. The faster you complete the level, the better of a score you will get at the end. You could also collect cheese-shaped, well, I guess they're really just triangles, but you can collect those throughout the levels to add time to your timer. There are also different types of enemies that you will need to defeat. Some of them, however, cannot be defeated, so you'll have to dodge them or jump over them. And of course, all of this will need to be done to the beat of the music. If you do slip up, however, fear not, you will get a clock on your screen, which you can turn back the hands of to repeat or redo what you've just done. This will still take away time from your timer, so it won't be the enemies or the obstacles that kill you in the end, it will just be running out of time. After completing a series of levels, there is a boss at the end which you will have to defeat in order to proceed. Completed levels are also available in the stage select as well as the soundtrack, and there is a harder difficulty option available there. I'm a huge fan of rhythm games, and this one took a hot minute to get used to. It was difficult to program my brain to realize that I need to both platform and stay in tune with the music at the same time. At first, I would be trying to focus on staying in rhythm, and then I would screw up the platforming, or I would try and be platforming effectively, and then I would screw up the rhythm. And you really have to get both down in order to perfect this game, but once you do, you could really get into the swing of things, and I had a blast playing this. The game isn't just fun to play, it's also quite philosophical. It starts out by asking you a series of questions about what you value and whether or not you value human life, and I can promise you that is not what I was expecting out of this game when I first started it. The graphics in Mad Rat Dead are also really cool. They reminded me of late 90s cartoons from Nickelodeon, something like Cat Dog or Angry Beavers. It has that sort of rough around the edges vibe, but it's still very approachable and very colorful and just really a pleasure to watch. While I did enjoy the characters themselves, some of the settings and backgrounds were a little bit repetitive. The sewers looked an awful lot like the laboratory, and you kind of just felt like you were in the same level a lot of times. But that's a small complaint. I was having fun in every level. And of course, the star of Mad Rat Dead is the soundtrack. This soundtrack is awesome. I would take this and listen to it outside of the game, which is the best compliment that I can give a game soundtrack. The songs for this game come from a variety of different composers and were all written specifically for Mad Rat Dead with the idea of driving the player to want to keep playing and stay in rhythm with the beat. A lot of these songs sound like a fusion between electronica, jazz, hip-hop, and there's so many other influences that come into play, but they're all very cohesive. There's no voice acting in Mad Rat Dead, they just make little squeaking noises. I mean, they're rats after all, but as far as sound effects go, they really take a back seat to the soundtrack, which is the focal point of this game. I really had a blast playing Mad Rat Dead. I know I said that before, but it bears repeating. It is one of the few games that I've found that successfully combines rhythm and platforming and makes a fun experience out of it. If I had to offer up a criticism of Mad Rat Dead, I would just have to point out that I don't think the attacks were as effective as the rest of the rhythm platforming was. And because of this, the boss levels were definitely the least fun of all of the levels to play. But that said, after practicing a level a few times, I was always able to get through it. If your gaming is starting to feel like a rat on a wheel, just the same thing over and over again, maybe it's time to give Mad Rat Dead a spin. Thank you so much for checking out our review of Mad Rat Dead. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button so you can follow all of our reviews and previews, and also check out the description box where we have links to our Discord as well as our merchandise store and our memberships if you'd like to support us further. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.